Death Watch.
Seeing their eyes?
Yeah. Pure Satan. You're in the council hall. After attempting to explain the night's events, the mayor was interrupted by a creature bursting through the window and attacking. And it was slain handily by its own weapon due to an incredible shot by Rohan. And so we'll pick back up right from there. You're all standing around looking at this creature laying on the ground, black blood oozing underneath of it. Go.
And you said we had never seen a goblin before, or whatever this creature is.
Yes, this has never been seen before.
But one of the council,
the mayor,
made a noise almost as if they understood, or knew what it was, right?
well, it could have been Brandon's patented, we must end on a cliffhanger, but she
Right.
was all like, I know what this is.
Right,
It's
It's a goblin, is what she says.
Okay. What's a goblin?
Well,
Are there any folk
yeah,
tales about it?
of course.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's in all the stories. Goblins are evil, despicable thieves that steal children and run off with them. And sometimes even boyfriends or girlfriends. They're the scapegoat for all ill that befalls people.
Boogeyman or Chupacabra or...
Yeah, so some of the stories state that in ancient times there were wars between your people and goblins that spanned centuries. But of course, there's no evidence of that. It's just stories. But now here on what is assumed by most to be an island is a creature that no one has seen before on the island. Heralded by cats and ravens.
I'm just going to wait for the council and the mayor to figure out what we're supposed to do. We're just...
We're kind of new to this hero business.
We killed it, didn't we?
We could,
it was the Dark Lord, probably.
Adventure's over.
nice.
That was a good epic fantasy.
I'll ask the mayor if she knows where this thing comes from, since she's familiar with it.
The mayor is speechless.
I'm going to tell Casimir to follow me to the window, see if we can see any others outside.
Proved it.
So did everyone.
It's been raining, too.
Yeah, so because the windows broke, now the wind is blowing, howling into the hall, and water is getting pushed in because it's raining so hard. And you can hear thunder and see lightning.
Maybe we should do something to shore those up. That's what I'll busy myself with.
So you want us to go over to the window and make spot checks?
Yeah. See if there's any other things lurking around outside.
Oh, right. As a reminder, I have the cursed dice of the ex-wife. I will use them if there's any tomfoolery. I run a tight ship. Okay, so you walk to the window and you peer into the night, and what do you roll?
In that spot, I got a 22.
Nice. 19.
Okay, you both see a boar running through town, splashing mud everywhere. But you don't see any. It clearly has a javelin sticking out of its head.
Do you think you could track its footprints before the rain washes them away?
Probably not at this point.
Very well. You failed me for the last time.
We could walk through the town in the direction it was going, but I really doubt that I'll be able to track it.
One of the council members is like, close the shutters.
Oh, what if I shutter?
Close the shutters.
Yeah, I'll go to one and try to close it.
Okay. All right, so you're going to close the shutter, and right before you do, a cat jumps into the room.
Is it the cat?
The cat, it appears to be. And it does that thing cats do where it starts rubbing on your legs. As if there's nothing of importance in the whole world going on.
Did you already forget about what happened the last time that you messed with this cat?
Well, I think Graham already figures there's no help for him. He had a raven on his shoulder for a little while. Now the cat's messing with him. Messed up you that last time.
Yeah.
But I'll try to soothe the cat or be friendly with it.
Okay. Roll a handle animal.
I can't.
Do a charisma check.
11.
So you reach down and pet the cat, and the cat seems not to object.
I'll caution Graham about be getting too close to the cat and remind him what happened to Rohan.
Right. So cats, of course, can be dangerous because their little claws hurt, but this one doesn't seem to be violent in general. And it's not behaving, so it seems content to be in out of the storm. So after you pet it a little bit, it starts ambling over towards the fire that Rohan and Fenrir started.
How do the council people react to not just the goblin, but having a cat here as well?
Yeah, well, they're all very interested in it, but there's no screaming like you saw with the maid. But they're starting to murmur amongst themselves. But you can see definite signs that they're starting to be overwhelmed by the night's events. Because this is more than has ever happened to them.
Yeah, they've only gotten a little piece of it. That's why we
Mayor. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Mayor, what should we do? Should we rouse the rest of the town and leave them safe in their beds? What? You need to give us some order to do. Surely there's something you can think of.
Well, she pauses life and says, actually, this is all your purview, not whatsoever. And then life begins again, and she says, you must find where this creature came from and find out if there are more. This creature, she says, pointing to the goblin, not that creature. She says, pointing to the
window. Came through here, found it.
But it's of no use to be outside right now with the weather as it is. We must wait until the storm clears, and then you must be on your way to find out where this came from, and if more are coming.
Can we take shelter here tonight since our house is destroyed by ravens?
Yeah.
Perhaps we should
It's a
set up a
charnel
patrol in shifts for around the town.
Are we patrolling the town?
We probably should.
Yeah.
I saw odd creatures on the road.
Okay.
Good idea.
Or
That's true.
boars.
You did see a humanoid creature with a
Snakehead.
head of a snake, seemingly.
Yeah. And, well, I don't know. I guess we all know the legends where there's one goblin, there are many. Same with orcs.
You want to take pairs?
Yes.
Okay.
What would be some good pairs?
Um,
How are you as a hand-to-hand or close combat fighter?
Well, I'd say we should...
reasonable.
Out of game, I'd say we should split up based on potential for spot checks, where one person with a good spot check.
Yeah, and that would probably be a good idea.
That precludes me.
I have 0.
Oh, it precludes me then too. I too have a
So
0.
everybody's got to pair up with Rohan.
Working
Oh, no one's sleeping tonight.
I'm fine with just.
Well, what is
I'll
your-
say that I'm an excellent spot.
Wisdom? Yeah, I'm pretty good at seeing, at spotting.
We're not
Yeah, so
accounting
that's
for hubris
you
here.
guys got to think of it that way.
Yeah,
Like, in real, you don't have a score.
to look at.
Your character's not going to think, I have a score. And everybody thinks they're better than they are.
Right.
I have the eyes of 10 eagles.
well, I'll say perhaps Graham and Rohan should go out right?
Okay.
And then me and Finrith
Yes.
will take the ship after that.
Was anybody still injured from any of those? What are you?
I thought you already bandaged him.
I did a heal check.
You pronounced him dead?
Yeah. It's odd that he's still moving.
Well, you pronounced all the counts of it as well.
Well, I was right about the first two.
No, they're all here.
Oh no, the old
the
people.
council is
Oh.
dead.
Yeah.
No,
We
just the
found
old
it.
people. Yeah, I told you that they were going to be though. I'm a good doctor. Where is it?
Who's going out first? You and I?
I guess so.
Okay.
You're the tank.
I got the eyes of an eagle.
That's the spirit, Graham.
Good
Never
to hear.
seen an eagle. There's no
Rock?
eagles on the
Eyes of a rock.
Eyes of a rock, yeah.
You mentioned that our
Yeah.
ceremonial weapons were warm.
Yeah, they began to feel
Oh,
very
yeah.
warm to you.
Okay.
Can
Was
I
that-
do another heal check on him to see if there's anything else I could do to aid in his recovery?
Who?
Roman.
No, you already
Okay.
did one.
Is it just around the goblin? Or...
It faded once the goblin died,
Okay.
so they feel normal now.
What's that, a +1 too? So what should we do, Rohan? How should we do this?
Did your weapon grow warm when the goblin came through as well?
Yeah, it did.
And it's cold now.
Yes, it is.
We should definitely keep an eye on that while we're out.
Okay.
I don't know if it means anything, but it might help us notice something we otherwise miss. So
Okay, Graham will pull his short spear out. That's his office weapon, and keep like a close eye on it while we walk around. I can search pretty good though.
while we're out, we'll try and see if we can find the boar.
Oh yeah, I gotta get my javelin back.
Yeah, and help the farmer.
That's a secondary mission.
You want to start securing the windows in here, Casimir?
Might as well.
Right. We'll head out in the storm, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
keep an arrow knocked as we go. I'm gonna switch from my normal hunting longbow to the ceremonial bow.
Okay. So as you open the door, the wind starts right up, pushing rain into your face. It's very windy, and the rain is falling so hard that it's difficult to determine if actually it's coming from the sky or the ground. So the ground is muddy, making it difficult to trudge across and putting visibility extremely low.
Well, let's make a trip around the town as quick as we can. I don't want to be out of this.
I'm sure that since this is an island, we've seen tropical storms before.
Yep.
Is
This
this
is pretty common.
Right.
All right. So what kind of a pattern or path do you want to take? What do you want to do? Like
Well, what's
the
the
perimeter, or what do you want to do?
what's the layout of the town? Is it just kind of circular around that bell tower?
Well, yeah, but with lowering, but it's sort of on the side of a hill. As you get, like half of the town is on the side of the hill. So where you're at now is flat ground, but as you move further north, you get to a point where they've built steps into the hill.
Okay.
And so you got a path, basically one path for town that's well used and well worn and, bricked. It's a bricked path, and it moves in sort of an S shape through town.
So we take that main path that kind of goes through the whole town. We get close to most
Pretty
buildings.
much, yeah.
So just walk to the end of it and then come back.
Yeah.
And get some shelter or something, either outside or.
Yeah, if we see anything suspicious, then we can go off path.
Okay.
But yeah, going off road in this muddy terrain might not be the best option right now.
Yeah, so as you walk along the path, you realize that that is very true. Because you can see the water moving very quickly, large pools of it moving very quickly. All of the homes are built on stilts, of course. But it's the sort of storm that, while common, can still do a lot of damage. People's gardens will have to be replanted, and it's not uncommon for people to bring their goats inside.
Or their boars.
Yeah, or their boars if they can find them in good health. Which
Put a
at least
lightning
one
rod on
person
it.
won't be able to.
They can.
I think the javelins wouldn't know. So.
A conductor's a conductor.
That's true. Okay, so yeah, in the path. Then we could probably just like hang out underneath different houses and stuff like that, depending on how high off the ground they are.
Yeah, some
Just
of them
for
are
like
high.
temporary shelter, you know,
Yeah.
during the course of our watch.
Yeah, so if there are any, if the weather really does kind of have squalls where it
Picks
strong,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can try and find shelter in whichever house we're nearby.
Snowstorms and circuit board.
We should probably agree that if we run into anyone, not to tell them exactly what's going on. We don't want to cause a panic in the town.
It's really smart, Rowan. It's really smart.
Okay, let's have a spot and listen check from each of you.
Oh no.
Oh, that makes sense.
So -1 and both.
I'm gonna leave my travel pack back at the where the council is.
That remains spry.
Yeah,
Alright, Ryan, what was your spot?
but I am gonna bring 50 feet of rope with me just in case. Spot was a 22,
And you listen?
7.
Okay.
Which I guess makes sense. It's hard to hear anything in a hurricane.
And Graham, what was your spot?
13,
And you listen?
14. Or no, sorry, 18. My bad.
Make good there.
Okay. So, how long are you guys gonna do you guys want to be out?
Well, I think we're splitting a standard night of sleep 2 ways. Is that right? So yeah, we'll be out about for like 4 hours or so.
Okay. So it is. After you've been out quite a while, I mean, you can't tell. You don't know. Because you don't have watches. And there's nothing to gauge it by.
About my cell phone.
Okay, your cell phone. So when you've been out for an indeterminate amount of time,
Feels like 4 hours to Graham.
Yeah, I think so.
you both, well, no, sorry, you hear a clinking sound, like a cowbell, sort of. Well, goat bell.
Is that what I would think it is?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really what comes to mind. But at this point, you're taking shelter just off of the path, underneath a house. And so you can sort of hear the family in the house, you know, talking or whatever, because they're awake for some reason. But you distinctly hear the sound of a bell, like would be used on livestock further down the path. Casimir and Fenrith, let's get spots and listens from you. Okay, Okay, Casimir, your spot.
19.
Well, this depends. Have you guys closed all the shutters?
It depends on how long it's been, as we're gonna go and try to secure him a bit more.
Okay, let's just have your listen for now.
8.
Okay, and Fenrith, your listen.
20.
Okay, so you've heard the bell. You have.
Yeah. I'll turn to Rohan and I'll be like, did you hear that?
No.
When you turn to
What'd you
her,
hear?
you accidentally turn the
Too
wrong
far.
way.
So kind of like a kid playing with the controller. I just keep
Yeah.
looking.
Like, where is he? And it seems like he's gone. What do you do?
I panic.
Graham panics and he takes off into the night. What do you...
Did you hear something? Take off.
Oh, out here. Okay, so you turn to Rohan and you say,
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear anything but a storm.
I thought I heard a bell, like a goat's bell. You know how they put them around their neck.
Maybe someone's enclosure broke down in there.
I think I heard it down the path a little ways.
We can go check and secure it again. Sure, townsfolk would appreciate it. About
Okay.
time we move on anyway.
Okay.
so who goes first?
I guess since I heard the sound, I'll lead us to the sound.
Okay, so as you get back onto the path and start down, there's a noticeable downward slope at this point. And one last curve, you know, from memory, before the path ends and just becomes fields and whatever. And at that curve, which is about 20 feet away from you, and about as far as you can see, you spot a light.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
Does it look like a lantern light that is
Yeah,
normal to the town?
it looks like a lantern. No, not like one that would be posted somewhere.
But I mean, like
But you can
someone in
see-
the town would have.
Right. It
Okay.
does look like a lantern.
And I can't see who's carrying it.
Not quite yet.
Okay. I'll reach out and touch him on the shoulder, point out the light, and start walking that way, calling out for whoever's holding it. Because I'll just assume that it's either the townsfolk out looking for his boar or...
That's the rumble of thunder.
Okay, Graham, what do you do?
sound of the earth shattering.
Yeah, I'll follow him. I don't know that I actually pick up the light though if he points it out to me.
Yeah, you do. You
Okay.
see it.
Yeah, and I'll wait till he says whatever call that he makes, and I'll mirror it exactly.
Oh,
So, like
yeah,
the
I'll
exact words.
I'll figure it's that farmer still looking for his boar, and I'll call out, you know, hey, is that you?
Got his name, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
So when you call out, you like the light. It's like, you know, like someone will be holding it up. It's not holding perfectly still.
Yeah.
And when you call out, it starts like it stops, and then it starts heading directly for you at high speed. And
I got terrified that a beam weapon was going to shoot.
Is it a great one?
For real.
Okay.
Brand's like, that's a good
That's your
idea."
helicopter moment.
and a beam.
Of pure
Like a beholder's
incandescent
eye ray or
energy.
something.
There's your kamikaze helicopter moment.
And in very short time, you can see another goblin racing towards you, a sword in one hand and a lantern in the other, with hatred on its face. Roll initiative.
Is Goblin riding a pig?
No.
You notice he's riding this boar. He's controlling it with the javelin stuck in its head.
I only allow dwarves to ride pigs in my games.
Does that mean like goblins get the wolves? Warg?
No, they get earthworms.
Get him.
Colossal?
Earthworm.
Now I'm thinking of Tremors.
You see them like in the day, mounts are all dead and dried out.
Okay. Rohan, initiative.
16.
Graham, initiative.
11.
Rohan, you have the initiative.
All in.
So, like I said, visibility is so poor that now he's 15 feet away,
Okay.
and you see him.
I'll instinctively just draw my bow and fire.
Okay? So let's do... Okay, you go ahead and do your attack roll.
This chance too, I think. Right?
Probably
It
not.
works in this.
Yeah, if I remember right.
Got a 10.
We don't gotta worry about it.
Alright, so your bow is sopping wet. You can feel the string. It's very wet. Your arrows. So your shot goes wet. Graham, you have initiative. Your companion has shot an arrow poorly.
Okay. I will ready one of my javelins, toss it, and set my dodge against this goblin.
Okay.
Javelin toss. 19.
Right. Javelin throwing fool.
Guess I can't actually use my spear very well. Is that plus 0?
Okay. And damage?
2.
Is the javelin just 20 for critical?
Yeah, times
19,
2.
20?
Yeah.
So 2 damage, you say?
Yep. 2 piercing damage.
Goblin's gonna kill me.
No, you should ride the cat attack.
I'll avenge you, Justin.
But I haven't healed from my cat attack yet.
It doesn't matter. The cat's inoculated you against otherworldly damage.
Maybe against poisons.
Don't worry, all the ones share this fear that you feel right now, Justin.
Imminent death at every step.
When you do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing worse is if you're a commoner.
That's true. And then you get good rolls when you're a commoner,
Yeah.
though, for some reason.
But that's when y'all figure.
Okay.
Because you have the luck of the gods.
So your companion expertly throws a javelin at the charging goblin, takes him right in the stomach, dives over, and shouts something in a language you don't understand, and throws his own javelin straight at you, Graham. What's your AC?
14 against one of the... Yeah. You got it.
Because you had your dodge, right?
Yeah.
Miss. Javelin, you know it was meant to hit you, but forces you can't comprehend nudged it ever so slightly.
Rain in the wind.
Yeah.
Grab it because you're running out of javelin.
But you can see the actual effect of the wind on the javelin after he throws it, and it goes wide. And now he is. Now it's your turn. So he's much closer now. And he's still holding the lantern.
Okay. I'll take a step back away from him while drawing another arrow to fire.
Oh, okay. Like a 5-foot step.
Yeah. Much better this time. 21.
Okay. That's a hit. This time your arrow flies true. Damage.
7.
Nice. It's so dual. It's so wet. It doesn't.
It slides right off his forehead because it's so wet.
gives
So your arrow takes him straight through the head. He doesn't bleed because there's no blood. Colors come out. Just kidding. So blood splatters from this wound in his head. And he falls to the ground dead. His lantern bursts open and the oil spreads fire. So do a reflex save, both of you.
A reflexive fool. I got this one.
What did you?
19.
I got a 10.
Graham, you got a 10.
Yeah. I did.
You take a point of fire damage.
Did I catch on fire?
No.
It was either a 5-foot step backwards, that's why I missed. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's.
So the goblin lays dead at your feet.
Did we just send a bunch of little puddles of oil streaming down the hillside on fire?
Yeah,
Fenrith.
it's done for.
You hear the creak of the floorboards of the porch outside the back door. The council hall has a porch that wraps all the way around. A covered porch. And you just so happen to be around the back door when you hear the telltale creak. But it could have been just the wind. Could have been nothing at all.
I didn't hear any walking along the corridor.
No, that's all you hear is a creak.
I'll comment to Casimir that the storms really seems to be picking up. Hopefully this place holds up. It's pretty old.
When he says that to you, you know that actually it sounds like the storm's starting to fade. So you wonder, what reason does he have for deceiving? Just kidding. So he says that to you.
Why do you lie?
Getting political.
Yeah, it is.
Game of Thrones.
Go about continuing to secure the.
Well, you know that the shutters can only be closed from outside.
Oh.
Sure.
And at this point, you guys have already closed them all.
Oh, okay.
This is far
Hours.
into.
Oh, hours. Okay.
So you just hear a creak. That's all I'm saying. Do you
Alright.
do anything about it?
Buildings creak all the time. Oh.
But the game master doesn't tell you about them every time.
Yeah, there's all.
Fucked out the curse dice.
I'll take a look out the. Is there the shutters open like slot shutters?
No. They're just swinging,
swinging,
kind of,
okay.
swinging and latching.
Yeah, I'll go and take a look out the back door then.
Okay. So, Ryan, Graham, what do you do? Now, this creature is dead. This goblin that attacked you unprovoked. And now it lays dead on the path. What do you do?
What do you want to do with this thing, Ryan?
I think we should do a quick look around the vicinity, see if there are more, and then take this one back if there aren't.
Okay, I agree.
Does it look like there's anything on the goblin that could have been making that bell sound?
It looks like the lantern was cleaning off his bracers.
Okay. So yeah, well,
Okay. Fenrith, when you open the back door to take a look, the goblin immediately rushes you. Initiative. And Casimir also.
Alright. 21.
Okay, Fenrith, your initiative.
17.
That was a blatant lie. I just accidentally put the goblin's initiative as Fenrith's initiative.
That's more advantageous for the goblin.
Yeah, much more. Okay, so Casimir, you see Fenrith open the door because he had said some weird stuff. He's like, maybe the storm's dying down, and he opens the door, and immediately you can see a goblin shouting, rush towards him with its sword drawn. But the door's not all the way open, and he's blocking. So you can only partially see the creature on the other side of the door.
Alright. I guess I'll move up and ready my trident when I do so, and like give a nod to Finrith.
Okay.
Oh wait, you might be able to ready if you want to try that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is team tactics is all. If you want to get it ready, I'll swing the door open in the right spot.
I'll set for a charge against the goblin.
Okay. Fenrith, your move.
I'll
It just feels critical.
delay until the goblin gets into the doorway. At which point I'll step back behind the door and open it the rest of the way to allow him.
It's time for that now.
Okay, so that's what I'll do.
Okay. All right. So you moved aside and opened the door, and the goblin rushes into the room, which provokes an attack of opportunity from you if you'd like to take it.
Sure. 13.
So that is a miss.
Because I didn't have my weapon ready, so I would have just been trying to punch you.
Yeah.
But the main thing is, as long as having Casimir set for the charge.
Okay. Rowan and Graham make another spot and listen check. Graham's spot
9,
and listen,
4.
and Rowan's spot
12,
and listen.
20.
You've seen and heard nothing when you get to the end of that.
Alright, so it proc my ready charge?
Right, yeah,
Okay.
he comes charging directly at you.
13?
That's a hit.
Alright, so it deals double damage. I forget, do we double the pluses too? Or is it just like a critical on that?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 11.
I think so, but we'll do it that way for now and we'll check after the game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more than enough to kill it. It basically skewers itself right on your trident, and the top half falls all over on top of you. It's very bloody encounter. But the goblin is dead, for sure.
I'll put my boot or my sandaled foot on its chest and just yank my trident out and...
Alright. One of its broken ribs stabs your foot. Just kidding. Okay. So,
Wait, it's right.
you've slain the goblin. Its lantern shattered and burned Graham a little bit. And you search around, but you don't hear or see any signs of others in the vicinity.
Okay. So we each grab an arm and drag this thing back up the path that
Yeah.
council shows them that there are more out there.
Okay, now there's a goblin dead. Another dead goblin in the council hall. Slaughtered by a trident. And the blood's leaking all over. A couple of the council members have lost their stomachs and are thrown up in the corner.
I just
Yeah.
realized we never searched the body of the first goblin or anything like that.
Yeah.
Bits of bone and hair.
We just left it laying there dead on the floor.
It's the meta memory.
Why would we? Though?
Right, so in short order, you hear noise on the front porch.
Not Casimir and go take my place at the front door.
I'll ready my trident and give a nod to
Yeah, so you guys get back to the council hall,
Finrith. You know.
and the door is closed.
So, Rohan, you want to charge in?
Recklessly?
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, we just kicked out the door and run in.
Run in really fast.
That's how you had to awaken the council members, right? So make sure everyone's alerted to this.
And go up and just open the door. It doesn't have a lock on it, right?
It does.
Oh, it does.
It has a bar. Yeah.
When I hear the footsteps getting closer, I'll, the last moment, swing it open real quick so that
Yeah,
it's got clear line of sight.
So the door opens very
So
quickly.
like as I'm about to knock on the door.
And you guys see Graham and Rohan dragging another dead goblin.
Usher him in quickly. Give him a hand with the body.
We had another one attack here.
We found this one.
Throw it in the pile.
Yeah, I'll point with a gore-drenched trident over to the pile.
Good point, though, Justin. We probably would be curious
Yeah.
and look at its little knickknacks.
You might be.
First of all, it
being
has-
a rogue and all.
It has iron weapons.
I don't mean like
It has iron armor
loot
too, right?
curious,
Yeah.
but like
So this
What
is
is
more
this
metal
thing?
than
Yeah.
Well, no, they're wearing chainmail.
It's still
But it's
still
quite a bit of
metal.
metal.
Yeah.
It's metal.
So
We're rich.
Yeah, we can just divvy up. I'll take the top half of the one you cut in half. You take the bottom, and these two get.
I cut in half with this wooden spear.
Well, that's what he
Hammered
said.
Hmm.
over a long time.
but yeah, start searching through them, see if I can find anything on them.
I'll tend to Graham's burn wall.
You don't know he has a burn.
Well,
He didn't tell you.
it's not physically horribly
Well,
disfigured.
a fifth of my body is actually a big blister.
You have no eyebrows.
I think as an adult, you might not be able to survive that level of burn. So it was nice knowing you.
He's
Oh,
bad.
we're still young. Was it? We're like elves.
Oh, that's
and like
right.
we're
That's
15. We're babies.
Rohan, do you think maybe we could find something that they carry that might like tell us where they came from if they're on the island?
Their weapons heat
You
up.
might be able to find something.
Because you know the lay of the land better, right?
Yeah, your weapons did heat up. By the
Again?
way, I forgot. While you were fighting, yeah. But they're not now.
Yeah, they might have something to at least signify which part of the island they passed through to get here.
Right, like a particular seed
Yeah,
in their shoe or something.
yeah, something like that. Or maybe they have
food in their pocket.
maybe they have mud from the swamp. Or
Maybe they have a rock feather in their pouch.
This is mud from the.
Oh man, I need to play a bard that has a feather like that in his hat. All right.
In case of an
he's
emergency.
already finding a way to kill you.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna bust out the curse dice. You guys go through their stuff. I'll continue to watch the doors. I guess
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
pace
So each-
the
each pick
hall.
one.
So yeah, this isn't for Graham. This isn't for like loot purposes, but I just be like setting it out in like a very particular way. You know, like organizing it according to Graham's.
So you can read Goblin.
And as I'm kind of going through mine, I'm going to be kind of noting to myself anatomy and muscle structure and stuff like that. Because
You're a naturalist. I'm sketching it
Well,
down real quick.
for hunting purposes.
Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense. I like that.
Okay. So you're just going to search through their belongings. All right, well, each of them has a pouch that, when opened, is stuffed with dirt.
Okay.
And it's got worms and bugs in the dirt. And they're each carrying javelins with iron tips and short swords, very short because they're very small, also made out of iron. And they're wearing chain. One of them is wearing chainmail, and the other two are wearing like a studded leather, but with steel studs rather than the wood that you have. And they have an assortment of other things like moldy cheese and bread in their packs, rocks, tattered rags. One of them, though, the one with the chainmail, has a pouch, like a satchel, I mean to say, and it has a piece of parchment in it rolled up that seems to be in much better condition than anything else these goblins own.
Does their clothing have any markings on it?
No, it seems to be, their clothing seems to be composed entirely of grime and filth rather than any material. That's how dirty it is.
All three of them had this dirt with like earthworms and stuff in it.
Yeah,
Must
and
be.
bugs. Yeah.
Goblin feed.
Fashion, Goblin ration.
What's in the parchment? Or what's
Yeah,
on
it's
the
unrolled
Who found the
parchment.
parchment?
Right, so when you unroll that parchment, you see a map of the island, your island, and there it's crudely drawn, and well, okay, it's not crudely drawn, it's just not extremely accurate based on your own knowledge of the island. And there is an X marked in the bowl forest. That's what you guys call it. It's a giant forest. See, the way that the island is set up, at least the parts that you know about, is that it's sort of rocky cliff around the island. And as you go north from your village, we'll reach a point where it drops sharply very far into a giant bowl, like a crater, and there's an enormous forest down there. And there's a spot in the forest, which is, from your own knowledge, it's a spot that's about a day away from the base of the Angry Mountains, north of your village. And there's an X there. And then off to, like in the margins, there's a drawing of the ceremonial weapons that you each carry.
So with my geography knowledge, can I use that to maybe think of anything that's where that X is that might be of interest?
Well, you can roll it.
24. I'm liking these dice so far.
Where they put the X, you can't be sure because, like I said, the map is not
Crude.
very accurate. But it seems to be in the general area of the forest that it thins out a great deal before it reaches the foothills of the Angry Mountains. You've never actually been there. None of you have actually been there. It's just your maps are much better, and so you know a lot about the forest, but you haven't spent a lot of time in there. There's nothing that you know of that would be there where they put the X.
May I ask the mayor, see if there's anything she might remember, or the councilors?
None of them have any idea. None of them have ever even been out into the forest.
Are there any old heroes that, because we get chosen and then replaced, right?
Right, but there's no more heroes.
The last group disappeared. The group before them are probably dead.
Well, this parchment had pictures of the heroes' weapons.
Yeah.
What's the takeaway from that? Were they like sent out to find our weapons, or am I reading
Maybe
too
used
deeply into
to identify us?
Yeah, could be. Maybe it was a hit.
Or maybe to
What's
be
that?
wary of.
Yeah. Oh, a green light.
My ego would say that it's be wary of these people. They are great heroes.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Maybe that's where we should start in the morning.
I agree with
That'd be a
Fenrir.
good place to go.
Should get what rest we can.
Yeah.
Been up for 16 hours.
See, it's their turn for.
So the mayor says you intend to go to this place marked on the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our best lead on where they came from.
Well, we
Where
did
they're
have some duties prior to all this going down. Do we still have to attend to those?
Well, this obviously would take precedence.
I can't prioritize.
And the mayor
Got
says
kicked out of
that
my head.
the
What is it code?
Right.
details of this must be kept secret from the towns. That's what she says. Some other council will argue with her, and that's what they're doing right now. So they're off to the side arguing with each other about whether it should be kept secret or not.
Just say we're going on a training mission.
Well, no, the fact that there's goblins.
Oh,
If
that's
we want
right.
to make sure it stays a secret, then
We
we
need to
should
get rid
probably
of the
check.
bodies.
Well, we should also check door to door to make sure that none of the townsfolk have run into them.
Well, that would just make the people that have it suspicious.
Have you seen any goblins?
Well,
There aren't any.
There aren't any, but just
I'm not saying go ask if they've seen goblins. I'm saying check on the houses to see if, say, the storm has caused any damage.
Is one of our duties like a wellness check?
no.
Anything like that? Okay.
Well, that would be highly irregular.
So,
Ask about the boar as you're going around.
if they'd seen a boar with a javelin in its head,
Yeah.
No, we gotta
Well,
keep that
farmers-
secret.
From where you guys are
keep that one on the
standing,
DL too.
from where you guys are standing here in the argument between the council and the mayor, it's not a settled matter yet.
No.
It's going to be kept a secret. That's the mayor's opinion. Some of the councilors seem to agree with her, but others certainly don't. So it's not.
Well, Rohan, I think we should let the mayor and the council decide
Yeah.
what the town does.
At the very least, if these goblins are attacking, we might want to do a wellness check on some of the townsfolk anyway. We were on patrol, and we know that they were at least at the outskirts.
Well, we could take a look in the morning before we head out. How long of a journey is it to where we're going?
That would be about a month on foot.
Well, we could spend the next day getting our affairs in order for a long journey.
It's not uncommon at all for the heroes to be
Right.
gone for months at a time.
Yeah, we can check and see.
Sometime
damages.
tomorrow.
Okay. Are you two heading out?
Yeah, where did you encounter the one that you guys killed?
At the end of the road before it becomes fields. There should be 16 roads and like dozens of fields, just so. But it was the main road that ran through town.
Anything out of place, I guess, suspicious while you get anything
There
that
was
piqued
a
your
goblin.
interest that before that
Goblins.
around the town?
That was the only thing we saw while we were out there.
Alright.
No sign of the state,
You
the
ready to
snake
head out?
man.
Okay. So we'll head out to
Thankfully.
do our round.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna do? You're getting pretty tired now.
Sleep.
Yeah, you want to sleep? I'll try and stay up for a few hours and then maybe switch.
Just make the council take watch.
I was thinking about it. We killed 3 goblins. They haven't done anything.
I'm not sure of my experience with them.
Yeah.
But if they kill their own goblins, then they can get their own.
Who?
You can't.
Yeah.
You just gotta run in and hit it at the last second.
That's right.
Kill still.
Well, all they gotta do is technically survive the encounter and they probably level
Yeah. Gotta kill them all.
up. Yeah. Gotta survive us. not
Well,
us.
let's check.
Oh no.
He's dead.
It appears a vein has been opened up.
Okay. So Fenrith and Casimir are gonna go out on a. Where are you gonna go?
We'll do, see, they did the roundabout there. You want to do the
Yeah,
same thing?
Yeah, they basically stuck to the main roads
Okay,
because
yeah.
the other stuff's too muddy, I guess.
Okay, yeah, we'll do the outskirts again, like they did before.
Well, yeah, they didn't do the.
Or, well, the main road or the round then.
All right. So as you head out into the night, the storm seems to be picking up intensity, if that were possible, and it is. So now you see lightning a lot more frequently, which illuminates quite a bit more. But without the lightning, you can't see more than 20 feet ahead of you at a time. So you're walking along the path. Let's listen, and spots from you. Casimir, listen.
Both are 12.
Okay, Fenrith spot.
15 spot,
Listen.
21.
Okay, and then let's get a listen from. Well, first let's get a fortitude check from you, Brian.
I got it. 21.
And let's get a listen from you.
10.
Too busy trying to stay awake to hear
Yeah,
anything.
I'm just wandering around.
Okay.
Out of the camp so you're not making too much noise.
All right. So
Wobbling.
it's almost immediately after you set out, when you reach the path, when it starts moving southward, you hear a sound above the wind and the rain. A sound that gets your attention from above you. Like you guys are standing next to a house that's up on stilts. And you hear a sound. There's no light coming through the window, so the residents don't seem to be awake.
It's coming from what we can tell from inside the house?
You can't tell that. It came from above you.
I'll point it out to Casimir. Is that there's strange noises above us. It might be inside the house, but I can't tell.
All right, I'll take lead and go up onto the house's porch or whatnot, and
Okay.
go make a walk around the outside first. And if we see nothing, then we'll head in.
We could also call them and tell them to be very silent because
Oh, I also say that as I'm walking around the outside, but outside of the room, and be trying to.
You're
notice
still
it.
inside the house,
Yes.
right? The wall? Okay.
But I'm gonna be paying special attention whether or not my bow starts getting warm.
Okay. All right. So you walk up to the porch. It's got these steps. You get up to the top where the door is, and your weapons start to feel warm.
I'll position myself by the door and give a nod to Casimir.
All right, yeah, I'll ready my trident and give a nod back. Open the door. Let's go for it.
I'll swing the door open
Okay.
and I'll have my sword drawn.
All right. So as the door opens, it reveals just an empty sitting room, living room.
I'll head on in.
Follow right behind.
Okay, do another listen one spot. Casimir's spot.
4.
You ain't seen nothing. Listen.
10.
Okay, Fenrid's spot.
19.
Wow, you guys are rolling really well tonight. Fenrid, listen.
14.
Okay, so you walk into this empty room, looking around as hard as you can. It's really dark. You're listening, but all you can hear is the sound of the rain slamming into the roof and the thunder and the wind. So it's a pretty decent sized room. Everybody's got a pretty nice house because they lived for a long time and there's not a lot to do and there's not a lot of dangers. So people tend to build big houses. So it's a pretty good sized living room with this wicker seats, couches, and chairs, and a fireplace. There's
Entry points into the room.
just it's a pretty open design, so you can see the kitchen. That doesn't have like a door. There's like a counter, and then where the meals are prepared, and then 2 doors.
Can I estimate from where we were under the house?
No.
About, okay. This is all motion for Casimir and like point to him and point in one direction, me in another,
Okay.
and so if
Okay.
he wants to split up.
Yeah, I'll go the direction Finrith pointed.
Right. So that's the door that you get to. Okay. All right. So when you open the door. When you open the door, a small form rushes at you, holding what is clearly a stick. Initiative.
Might be a child.
Do it.
Better safe than sorry.
It was,
That's what you thought about before.
ask questions later.
Now there's a pet with a jail and then its head.
All right.
Small child.
Casimir.
10.
A small child on a stick.
And
Chapman's at the
Penrith.
joke
17.
All right. So, what's your AC, Casimir?
14.
Right. So this child comes running directly at you, lets out a scream, and takes a big swing with this. He misses, but your move.
Is it actually a child?
Yeah.
It's a good thing he won initiative.
I'll
Intimidate.
Yeah, the resident of the house.
Would have set for a charge and see where the kid.
guess I'll spend my turn saying like, "Whoa now, child! It's me, Casimir, the hero of the rock.
Oh, okay.
Calm yourself,
Um,
or be pacified."
Fenrir. So you hear and then you hear your companion say, "Whoa, child! It's only me, the hero of the rock," which he puts a lot of emphasis on. It sounds like to you.
Okay.
My station's better than yours.
Am I? How far away are we from each other?
It's just like
Okay, so we're still in the
it's like
same
a 5
room.
foot step. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll turn and help him soothe the child.
You hear a voice, an angry voice, say, "What?" And then you can hear someone getting up in the other room. That was an adult voice. And then your weapons start to burn. They don't burn. They just feel much warmer than they were.
I'll grab the child by the shoulder and go towards the parents' bedroom.
Okay.
And I'll open the door and push the kid in and say into that room that we are.
There's a wild boar on the loose in the town.
Yeah, we're. Bluff. Actually, it's not live.
Yeah, do
Alright.
And for their own
Can I
safety,
do
they must.
diplomacy?
it. Sure. No.
15.
This is just deplorable behavior.
Right. So you say there's a boar on the loose.
As we've tracked a boar. Sorry to intrude. We've tracked a boar to the wild boar that's loose in the town to this area, and we heard some noise.
That's too many words.
The TV was on. Why was the TV
You
on?
suddenly stop speaking because of the time. I don't want to hurt you. Why would I want to hurt you?
Exactly.
There's no boar in my house. That's what you hear.
I'll close the door and tell him to remain in his room with the child.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd say your wife's a bore.
Take her, please.
Okay. Now back to Fenrir.
So with Casimir pushing the kid in and closing the door, I'll start to head back towards the other entry point.
The front door?
Was the entry point the
door you were by was
the bedroom?
the adult.
Okay.
This is where you heard that voice.
And is this just one level?
Yeah.
House? Okay.
Mhm.
I do another spot or listen.
Okay, you can do a listen.
Yeah, just listen. 13.
Okay, so you hear a very distinctive creak right above you.
I was all motion Casimir point up.
Casimir, your move.
Are these thatch roofs?
Yeah.
Well, I know what we gotta do. I'll attack. I'll thrust my spear up, or my trident up through the thatch roof if it's low enough,
Right. Yeah, you can.
in the spot where he says that he heard something.
This is going to be awesome if that guy comes out and we're stabbing through his roof for a wild boar.
Looking for a wild boar.
It grew wings.
Got
Yeah.
on your roof somehow.
Okay. Yeah, so do an attack roll and we'll do it.
20.
Okay. You jam through the roof. When you pull your weapon back, a bunch of roof comes with your trident. Right? Then you hear like a foreign language, like some harsh words in a foreign language, and then you hear footsteps take off towards the edge of the roof by the front door.
I have Goblin as a language.
Right, not quite yet.
Okay.
You will, not quite yet.
Only read it or something right now? Which is
It does.
stupid.
It does sound familiar to you, but you can't quite put it together. So, Casimir or Kenneth, sorry.
I'll follow the sound of the footsteps to the front door. Are the porches? Does the roof overlap the porch?
A little bit,
How close together are the houses in the town?
not very close.
Okay. So I'll follow under the sound of the.
Okay. So when you get to the front door, you see a shadow, like passing over the top of you, land on the steps. Not very gracefully, and just start rolling and snap, breaking wood and everything, cursing. And before it finally comes to a stop, like sprawled out, like in the center of the stairway. Casimir, you hear this ruckus, and so does apparently the adult, because he opens the door and he's like, "What in the name of the light is going on out here?" And he sees pulling his roof, and water now is just like pouring in because it's raining so.
We're hot on the trail
What?
of the boar. Remain in your room.
There's no boar on my roof.
And I'll go running out past
I
Finrid.
never thought you'd make a good hero, and I was right.
But I'll go running out past Finrid, and if I see the goblin, I'll try
Yeah.
to get to him and attack.
You can roll an attack.
6.
And the goblin's prone, so he gets
Oh,
prone bonus.
that's true. Well, no, he gets that to range. He doesn't.
So,
Yeah.
Fenrir.
I'll move up and step down at the goblin with my sword.
You know, we have technically never been attacked first by any of these creatures.
It's true.
They've
Probably
menaced.
peaceful.
We've attacked them first, and then they've retaliated. I just want to-
16.
Just saying.
That's a hit.
We got to come up with some rules of engagement.
Engage first.
So far, that's what it is.
Whether they be pet or goblin.
9 damage.
So you go with what?
Longsword.
So you go up with your wooden sword, and you jab him, and he's like, "Please!" But then he dies. Sounding all too human.
A mix of human and pig.
Right. So now the adult has had enough, and he's like stomping towards the door, and he gets to the door, and he's like, "What is going on here?
Return
This
to your
is
homes, please.
unheard
Nothing to
of.
see here.
In all my years, the heroes have never invaded my home, destroyed my roof, and then attacked."
No, I want to stand with my shoulders to Finrith, kind of like,
Oh, to block sight.
yeah, you know. So,
Then what is that there?
yeah, I'll just like, nothing to see here.
What
We
have
have
you
subdued
done?
the boar that was on your roof, sir. Please
I'll
return.
support this by saying, "Is we got the boar. You're safe, citizen."
Please send any requests for repairing of your roof to the city council.
Fenrith, you're going to have to take him out. If we're going to keep the goblins.
Well, we don't know about that.
If he looks at it, I will. Try a diplomacy to soothe his...
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not necessary. He grumbles, but he, you're the hero, so he turns around and closes the door.
I'll keep an eye on the door.
But he does warn that you will be the council will be hearing from him. about this.
I expect nothing less of the citizenry of Cradle. Thank you, sir, and good night.
And you're talking weird.
We were the only ones that paid attention.
Sound like RoboCop.
It's because there's absolutely
tactics
nothing
and,
suspicious going on this night. Thank you.
How to handle citizens.
You and
Part of that's
Me and
charisma.
Okay, so what do? You
So-
now a dead goblin that begged for its life before it was extinguished by the heartless Fenrir.
Drag away.
Mhm.
Drag that one back to add to the pile.
Okay. Yeah, so when you're making your rounds around the outside,
Around the
you
outside.
hear you hear the sounds of some scraping on the porch and then pounding on the front door.
Okay. I figured that the goblins wouldn't knock, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the door for them.
Yeah, so now they have another dead goblin to put on the macabre pile that you've produced in the center of the council hall.
Search them. We'll be back.
You're still asleep, I suppose.
I'm in my mouth.
Make a sign that says closed for repairs and hang it on the door as well.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point. Inform the council that they'll have to aid in the repairing of
Someone's house.
roof. Yeah.
Well, you'll
And
need to
stairs.
inform them. I don't know anything about it.
No, I'm
So we're
informing
telling
you.
You're not a part of his system.
Shut the door and continue our patrol.
Okay, so there's nothing different on this one. So same stuff, except for the map, obviously.
Okay.
And nothing else occurs on your patrol.
I say we get some shut
About
out.
hour 3, the rain just stops, just like that. The wind continues, but
Do the clouds move on, or is it
No.
moonlight?
it's still cloudy. It just stops raining.
Okay.
And being in tropical storms, do we know that this is the eye of a hurricane of some sort? Or
You might.
is it about to turn horrible yet?
It could. It's very, very plausible.
Read the clouds, Rohan.
It's not that kind of calm though. It's not.
Okay.
The ocean hasn't receded
Right, yeah.
a couple miles out. Let's go pick up some fish.
Yeah. There's no danger.
Clearly the gods have gifted us with a bounty.
Send the children out first.
One by one, ready your charge.
Right. So then
Or return to the council house and for some rest.
okay.
Oh, we should probably move all these goblins.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to spend a day preparing, I guess we could try and do it tomorrow. But I would imagine they'll probably be stinking by then.
Probably already stinking.
Yeah, they
Well,
stink
worse than
already.
they do.
Well,
now.
we probably shouldn't pile them in a place like in the house.
Well,
I'll wake up and say that to you, and then go back to
We
sleep.
probably shouldn't pile
we
them out.
could take them to
From the mouth of
hero's
babes.
house.
Wisdom.
Does anybody?
Is there any copse of trees nearby?
No, not really. The cliffs are nearby.
That works for me.
They fish down there.
Yeah, they do. That's not like a.
Does anybody
Obviously,
regularly visit the hero's house? Or does anybody ever go up there? I mean, other than the
It's
hero's?
already a horror house.
Bodies stuffed in
Well,
the
there's
damn
two
tent.
bodies up there.
Bodies.
There's a bunch of dead birds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to try and do some type of cleanup. Well, what did the council decide?
They're still arguing.
Can I
People
interject
go late into the
into
night
argument?
with their-
And-
No, you know without a doubt that that's absolutely not something that you do.
well, I guess we just leave them until they make up their mind. I mean,
But if you want to, you can. It's your turn.
no,
Alright, so is this the next day or is this still that evening?
Still that.
Were you rolling your survival to see how best to cook them up?
No, I just remembered something from last game session that when I was in the tower, I saw something moving down on the beach.
It's probably Snake Man.
And, well, it could have been how the goblins got here. So I was thinking that we should probably go search
Does
that
the
area.
beach connect to that X that we found?
That's
No,
way off.
it would be able to, they'd be able to come up that way to
The
town.
beach is south of town.
Oh, you're
The
saying
X
how
is
they got
north.
up to the house.
Or they might have come from another island or someplace like that and landed at the beach, and that's how they got here. But I thought that could be,
Remember, there are no other islands that we know of.
Yeah.
well, that we know of. I mean, the legend said what? That the ravens carried our island here? Who's to say that another island wasn't carried the same way?
All right, I say we
Slow down, philosopher.
go
If
check
it's
on
not carried.
what Rohan possibly saw, and we'll take the bodies with us and bury them in a shallow grave at the cliff base.
That could work.
Temporary,
Yeah.
which seems to be the best solution right now. Temporary.
Yeah.
For now, if you guys are back, I'm going to go to sleep.
Oh, thanks for pitching the idea.
So,
Yeah.
are you going to do that while it's still night?
I would
You were
prefer
going to
it.
try to, yeah.
Okay.
If the city council still wants to try to keep this quiet with their bickering, I really see no reason. I think it'd probably be best for the citizenry to know.
Finally, the council and the mayor come to an agreement that the townspeople may not be kept in the dark about something this important. When the weather clears, the bodies of these goblins will pulled to the town circle and displayed.
We've got some ravens back at our place, too, that we could show.
Yeah, well, somebody can be sent to gather them, but you should probably check on what you had spoken about.
Of the beach.
And to focus
That's
on
what they want you to do.
Okay. So we're going to head down to the beach now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out.
All right, so there's 2 ways to the beach, 3 ways down to the beach. One is to jump from the cliff, which has led to death
Not recommending.
in every
Don't do that one.
person who's tried.
Don't do that one.
We could.
But
It's fast.
it's never been tried by a hero before.
We could also tie rope to our legs to slow us down before we hit the ground.
Yeah, like you pull on it as you're falling. Pull up on the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would work.
Yes, Graham.
Should work.
I don't see why it wouldn't in real life.
Pull yourself up by
It's
your
messed
bootstraps.
up.
I've always been disappointed that you couldn't pick yourself up.
Yeah.
Like, that's a failure of physics, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think we should just end it now.
They really missed an opportunity. Whoever made physics. Which, apparently, well, anyway. The other ways, the legitimate ways, there is a path that meanders for miles through the fields until eventually the cliff naturally just recedes to the point you can skirt it and you can go along the beach,
Probably the same.
which would take days. The way that everybody uses is a set of scaffolds that have been built into the rock over the centuries. It's,
That could be dangerous depending based on the weather.
that's how all the fishermen
Danger.
We can check it.
use it. So,
I actually don't have them.
at any rate,
You do now.
now that the wind is gone, you'll still have poor visibility because of the clouds, unless you take your own light source. But it wouldn't take more than an hour to reach the bottom of
Let's
this.
see,
Well,
we can try that
it would
way.
it would take about an hour and a half to get down to the beach.
Okay. I'll try that way depending on the slickness of the...
Well, the rain's stopped now, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're not wet.
It's still really
Yeah.
windy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's sit out. I'll grab a lantern from that we probably have in the hall.
Yeah.
And I'll put my trident over my shoulder and the lantern on one of the tines.
Okay. When you do that, one of the council members says, "That's stealing. You're no longer a hero. Your character dies."
I'll go turn all the beer taps on and attack the guards.
All right. So yeah, that's a good idea. So you guys set out, and you make it to the scaffolding. The ramps is what people call it. Because it's not steps, it's not ladders, it's just ramp down, over, ramp down, right? So,
And the quarries in Fallout.
huh?
Like the quarries
Right,
in
sure.
Fallout.
Yeah, like that. Even though you don't know what Fallout is.
How does the footing
You can't control that by
and if we tested it?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to run, but you should still.
I don't want to
Grandma
run as long
Fenris
as
over
I'm not.
Don't worry. Finril,
Be
whatever the fuck
safe.
your name is. Finril. We're sure-footed men of the sea.
I'm
Now, is there anywhere on
these?
these where it kind of switches back and we can see down below us on the path?
Well, you can always peek over.
But does it like switch back so that if we need to, we can like drop something on something that's below us?
What,
If
wanna
you
carry
need
a
it to
boulder
drop.
down there or something?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yes, there are points at which it would be feasible to drop.
Are you secretly playing Donkey Kong? Are you Donkey Kong?
Well, I'm thinking that if there are goblins coming up and we just happen to like drop big rocks on them from above,
Why are we carrying big rocks down?
we're not
We
yet.
could drop the other
But
goblin
if we see them
corpses.
coming up,
So they just randomly have big rocks on this scaffold?
I love how you plan ahead. What if we need to drop
The
rocks?
mind of the ranger code.
Okay,
Be prepared.
so did you want to take large rocks with you?
no, I just wanted to know like how it was laid out.
Yeah.
We'll
All right,
keep an eye
so
out for some on
You
the
reach the
scaffold.
edge of the cliff, and there's a scaffold. There's a ramp with railings that leads down, and then it goes out, and another ramp, and then back in, and another ramp.
Okay.
It's like
From the top, from
Okay.
the top we can see the beach, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Do a spot
you
check.
would be able to if it were light.
That's right. Okay. Okay.
So all you can
It'd be
see
feasible
now.
to do a listen check. I don't think we'd hear anything.
Well, you'll all do listen checks.
We're also near the ocean.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't think we'll.
Yeah, you hear the ocean without the need of a listen check, but everybody roll a listen check and a spot check. Okay, Rowan, spot.
26.
What?
26.
How?
I have a 20 with a plus 6.
Impossible. You lose experience. Listen.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, take all the experience you want from what I have currently.
Graham, spot.
11,
See, that's more reasonable.
No.
Listen.
18.
Okay.
I have a potential 27 if I'm climbing.
Casimir, spot.
4.
Lane.
I'm smart, not wise.
Listen.
I think it was 13.
I said listen.
Oh, sorry.
Just kidding. What's your listen?
13.
Okay. And Fenrith, spot.
13.
Are you just copying Casimir?
Why are you
No.
rolling what I'm rolling, bro?
Okay.
Yeah,
Which
tell me
one of
what
you
wrong, bro.
has bigger ears? I
Ooh.
want to see who hears first. Okay. Was that your listener spot?
That was my spot.
Okay, listen.
7.
Okay. So you start down the ramps?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can easily hear the ocean. But beyond that and the wind, you hear nothing else. But Rohan, at one point, some small bit of moonlight, one of the moons, there are two by the way, shines through, and you just so happen to look up and you see a massive shadow pass through the light, and it's easily recognizable to you as a rock. They're a pretty common sight. Well, they're not pretty common, but it's common enough.
Not that we know to be wary when they're out, right?
Yeah.
I'll warn them. I'll warn the rest of the party that the rocks are out. I saw one fly overhead.
I told you guys this was a bad idea. We should have taken it with it takes days.
Okay.
Should have taken
So-
a quick
After a time
grumble.
Time.
And
and a half a time,
it's so exciting.
you reach the beach. So you don't, from your vantage point in the lighthouse, you can't say exactly, oh, it was at this spot, but you know the general area.
Okay.
So it's about, on average, 200 yards of sand from the base of the cliff to where the water is, depending on the tide. And so when you get to the general area, let's have spots again.
Oh, just spot?
Yeah, let's just spot. Fenrith, your spot.
10.
And Casimir.
11.
Graham.
11.
Rohan.
26.
You see the face of the Lord and go blind.
I'm just watching the skies to see that rock comes back. But better than thinking you're going to die to wake you up.
Okay. So Ryan, you're looking around.
Right?
Well,
Rohan.
you go by both.
Did I say it too fast? Rohan.
There.
You're looking around,
Big
and
O.
because your spot is so good, you're the only one who sees a raven's beak enter your eyeball, giving you a -4 on all spot checks in the future.
Should have been blinking.
Oh, I shouldn't have put those ranks to a skill. What was I thinking?
It's just enough minuses. You can never get over a 20.
Yeah.
I can still get over it.
Whatever it takes
No.
to get that.
So
Well, yeah.
And as you level up and add more ranks, it slowly gets worse because the tip of the beak
It's
broke
burrowing
off
deeper.
and it's
Yeah.
going deeper.
And
into
it's
your
burrowing in. It's like cheatgrass. Okay. So that didn't happen, but you do spot a boat.
Okay.
eye. We should use that to get off this stinking island.
And it's about 30 yards away.
Does it look like one of the boats that our fishermen use?
No, it's the shape of a boat, but it looks much different. It's much longer for one, and has a
Vikings.
skinnier
That's what I
profile,
was thinking.
and it has oars,
How is the craftsmanship?
way more oars than the fishing boats have.
Okay.
Well, you don't know, you can't see. It's about 30 yards away, and it's dark, so you'll have to get to it too.
Alright, so I'll motion the rest of them. There's towards the boat. Keep quiet.
Okay.
So working our way there.
Let's do move silently.
Mm.
Found my spot. Yeah. My move silently will not. This is move silently mine.
I never like it when kids cackle like that. That's what they planted.
Fenrith, move silently.
Basic stuff.
Net crafting.
14.
Casimir,
21.
Graham,
25.
Rohan.
15.
Okay. So you reach the boat and find it empty of people. There are some packs, like backpacks and duffels in it. It is, it's got ropes attached to it with stakes stuck into the ground at the end. So
Do we know if this is high tide or
it's low.
low? Okay.
But where this is it would be safe even at high tide.
Got some stuff for our journey in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Graham puts on a backpack.
You want to look through it and see if we can find anything important?
Yeah, you still got your lantern, right?
Yeah, I'll also keep a lookout while you guys do that.
Okay.
Actually, maybe you should keep a lookout.
So I'll look. We'll start going through the boat and seeing if there's anything important, such as the map that we had found on the goblin.
You're going to search through other people's property without permission?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
They've invaded.
Well, did we
We've
already?
already killed some of them. What does it matter if I look through their things?
That's where we draw the line.
How do you know that these aren't the belongings of the dead ones that we
Graham reminds
killed
you
earlier?
that
I'm a
even
murderer,
goblins
not a
are
thief.
protected by the Fourth Amendment.
Alright.
Good thing we're not
Murder, not a
cops.
thief.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just a spare clothing, basically. Odds and ends, nothing of any importance. There's regular travel gear, compasses, and string, and
How many packs are there?
there are.
There are 5?
Yeah.
We've killed 4. So.
Does this seem like it's goblin stuff though? It
Yeah.
seemed- Oh, okay.
One of them seems not though. One of them, for one, is much larger, and it's much nicer.
Four
But
of them say goblins.
It's also
says no.
all it has in it is the sorts of harsh weather clothing you would wear for being out on the ocean.
I just thought their packs would be full of dirt and worms, like their pouches.
We obviously got those from here. Our dirt and worms and bugs are superior to other dirt, worms, and bugs. Trust me, I know.
I think we should either set this boat afloat
Burn it down.
or destroy it in some fashion to keep the last remaining one trapped.
We can
Or-
set it aflame and hide it, and that way we can ambush them.
Or we could rig everything to fail 1 minute after they start using it. That would be the best, I think. My roguish nature coming out.
Disabling axle wheels and such. Yeah.
How big are
they
these
start
boats?
to row, the oars break,
They are larger than what you
and then the
you would
hull
wear.
cracks.
So whatever has that larger pack is bigger.
The mast
much
falls
bigger than
over.
us.
No,
Water
like
barrel
what?
springs them.
How tall? What's your size?
I'm 5'4".
Right. So it's a person bigger than you, bigger than most, but not like
Still
So not
medium
giant.
size.
not weird. Yeah.
Okay,
What
so
kind of stuff is in that pack? The one
That's just got like harsh
Just
weather
bigger stuff.
clothing. You know,
that's a nicer pack though.
it is.
Is it grimy like the other one?
No.
Well tended.
Is it nicer material?
Yeah, much nicer material, much nicer build. It's oiled and it's
Except these in town. No.
the buckles aren't rusty. It's nice with nice clothes.
does
So what do you
anyone
guys
have
think?
seafarers?
Should we light it aflame and ambush the person when they come?
Well, we don't need to light the flame for that.
Plus, I'd be nervous about what might be out at sea that would see that. See what I mean?
Does anyone have seafaring knowledge?
No.
I'm the hero of the sea.
What
Does
is
that?
that?
Oh,
What do you
Would we have any knowledge on
tell
whether or
us?
not a single occupant could use this boat effectively?
Well, sure. Yeah. Not nearly as quickly, but
well, I think the takeaway is somebody still on
Yeah,
this island.
but I was thinking if they couldn't get away in the boat, then
We
We
have a
wouldn't
better
have to
chance
worry
to kill
about it.
another one. It's good thinking. We could always just move it in
yeah.
and then bust some holes in it. Or the Casimir's idea of set it free.
Or disable it so that everything fails 1 minute after they're used. What's the tick?
Or that.
Disable device. Come on. It's got a minimum of like a 15.
I will only agree to that if you can make the backpacks explode.
No, I think just taking the oars, right? If you use this boat, let's be able to drift.
Yeah, and the council may want to look the boat over and
Right.
see what.
So
Should
pull
we
it in.
haul the boat back to the council?
No.
We found a boat. Quit bringing everything to the council chamber.
That's
we
my
we
boat.
should take the larger pack so you can show them the larger clothing. That there's something else here.
So take the pack and the oars. Does this have a mast or anything?
No.
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Take the oars and set it free?
No, leave it
We
here.
leave the boat here. Council may want to come down and see it tomorrow, or maybe even some ship makers.
It's more advanced than our
Rohan,
boat.
when was the last time you've ever seen a council member on the beach? Exactly. You really think they're going to come all the way down the cliff to look at a boat?
Well, we can throw them off.
Well, this
They'll take the quick way. All right, I'm good.
Quit
for
trying
that.
to get us into our old ways, Justin.
one of the rules of being a hero is actually not
Not
toss
to
people off the
bear.
cliff.
I'm bending chaotic good right now. Like, how's it gonna work?
I'm
It's like a
pretty
Rubik's
sure
Cube.
it's
Pretty
true.
soon now I'll get it figured
I'm
out.
pretty sure I've been in some campaigns that say otherwise on
Yeah.
that, Brandon.
Well, you can twist any of the alignments to
Yeah.
whatever your purpose might be.
Especially if
Besides,
they're
it
lawful
would be a
good.
lot easier just to take their eyes and bring the eyes to the boat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can just tell. What's your intelligence?
It's a 12, yeah.
That's more than enough to know you're not carrying the boat up
Yeah.
to the council chamber.
No, I know. That was a joke. All right, yeah, we'll take the oars. That's fine. And the backpack.
Yeah.
How heavy are the oars?
452 pounds.
Jeez.
There
Yeah,
you go. You got it.
per inch.
Oh,
No,
I
they're,
can drag.
they're-
I can drag one. Yeah.
they're as heavy as oars. I mean, what do you want from me?
Yeah,
I didn't weigh the oars when I
I need to know
Adventure.
if I'm going to drop
Oh,
all
you
of
got
my
corners,
even more.
Casper can carry them all.
I can
as
lift
heavy
them
as
off
a
the
shovel.
ground. One of them.
They're
Yeah.
5 pounds.
Well, I think we
oars
could
are
just
5 pounds.
stash them or chop them or something. I don't gotta carry them all the way.
Throw them out into the ocean.
They might float back though.
And just put them in the hero house and we'll go up that way.
Okay.
Is there a well in town?
Put something into the well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oars.
You can fall into it.
Can we draw something out of the well?
No.
Oars. You can get oars out of the
Oars that
Put
we
down
threw in
there.
there.
Walker, there are only oars in this well.
That's what we
Well, it's
drink.
blocked because heroes threw random objects into it far too many times.
We didn't understand.
The
positive.
children that are in there are from the last heroes. We didn't do that. We just became heroes today.
All right, up to you then. Back to town, huh?
We'll take the oars because head back up.
All right. Well, taking the oars with you turned out to be quite a mistake, as they get tangled on the railings of the ramps, and then you're stuck and you can't move forward.
Like we're Todd.
There's no OSHA laws or anything yet. We haven't even learned about basic safety.
There
Why
are
would there be
railings.
The
There
GM needs to fix
There
this
is an
collision.
OSHA. The next campaign we do, you'll be playing the OSHA.
This rail's not up to code. Looks like it's
Exactly.
been hit with an order too many times.
Yeah, it'll be an action pack.
Who are you?
Ooh, we can stop whale hunters.
Yeah.
Do all sorts of fun stuff.
You
here.
have ultimate authority, basically.
Yeah, it's at sea. There are no laws.
Maritime law.
Okay, so you're gonna go back to Hero House.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll probably want to send at least one person to go check with the council, tell them that we found a boat down there.
I'm the fastest person alive. I'm not.
Okay, you
All
can
right,
go.
keep going.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to sleep somewhere.
Well,
I'm the
so-
only one that hasn't rested.
You know, so is the council and the mayor. They're not.
Okay.
They've been. It's really
Yeah,
really late.
let's
so.
go do that in the morning.
They're probably tired of us bringing every little thing we find.
Some dirt.
Look, council orders.
That sounds very wise of you, Graham. A little too wise.
Look, backpacks.
Clothing.
You believe it?
A bird.
Look at the size of this clothes.
That is what we've been doing.
Well, we haven't, like, the only thing that we've really showed them, we gathered them and said, hey, we need you guys here. You showed them a bird, but we've just been storing the dead bodies in there. We haven't showed them, hey, look.
When we act
dead
on our
body.
own, we end up breaking the rules of the citizenry of the town.
Yeah.
What do you want from us?
Yeah, we need some sort of guidance so we don't just destroy the town in the process of doing whatever we feel like.
The town will be a lot safer if there's no town.
When we get to the top, I'm gonna go up and grab my bed.
Can't raise what's not
Lighthouse
there.
Tower.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, well, are you guys going to go to bed too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll get about, let's see. Five hours of sleep
Before your throats are slit.
before you're awakened by, someone pounding on the door of the hero house.
Let's pray that guy asked for his orders in his backpack.
It's Jeeves.
When you wake up, you see that it's light outside and the weather has cleared. You can tell that through the windows.
Who answers the door in the hero house?
I'll start
I'll
getting up.
nod to Casimir.
Why are you in my room?
Well, I just thought that we shouldn't be alone tonight.
Yeah, I'll get up and I'll grab my trident and I'll
Okay.
start walking towards the
That's
door.
exactly what you're thinking.
I'll start my morning routine.
No,
I can't answer the door until it's complete.
brushing your teeth and
I'm
whatnot.
gonna roll over and go back to sleep.
Okay,
I'll
so
go
at the door is a
door
kid,
knocking.
and he's about 12.
Hits
And
you
he's
with a
like,
stick.
Mayor asked you guys to come to the council hall. But you can see behind him is a very angry looking man.
Oh,
Hit the kid with the stick and
thank you, child. Tell the mayor we'll be there shortly, and I'll close the door.
Yeah, so he runs forward and starts pounding on it.
Hey, listen, buddy, you think your house is bad? Look at ours, alright?
I'll open the door. Yes.
And you can see past him down the path. That farmer is coming up and he's holding a javelin.
And
Yes,
But
sir.
this first one is like, you ruined my roof.
Please,
There's no boars
Please.
on my roof.
sir, take it up with the
You
council.
have to fix it.
Then what is it?
Yeah,
Then what did we kill that night?
yeah.
I don't know.
What did we kill that night,
wasn't
sir?
a boar.
I'll close the door.
How did the boar get on my roof?
No, sir, please
Sir,
take it up with the
everything
council.
will be explained once we get to the council. Please remain in your homes until then.
Yeah, so anyway, then that farmer comes up and he's like, how did this javelin get into my pig?
I don't know. Many of the goblins use javelins.
This doesn't look like theirs. What
Wait,
goblins?
how do you know?
What are you
that they
talking
were-
about, goblins?
I don't see any initials or names on
So,
this.
Actually, it says grandma.
Hero of the sea.
Hero of the Sea on it.
Spelled S-E-E.
It's very recognizable as the hero of the sea.
Took 23 man
Listen,
hours to spell it in there.
Loud noises, lots of lights, mistakes were made, good times had by all.
Small
Thank
scale
you for your
invasion.
Anyway, he's like, he just wanted to come give your javelin back and say that the pig's gonna be fine.
I'll own up to it and I'll apologize.
He's like,
I thought it was something else.
I can totally understand.
I'm glad the
Pig
pig
charging through houses is bound to give anybody a shock.
Wait a minute. How do you know about pigs charging through houses?
Well, because
Piece the
he
story together.
exists in the town, and it's well
questioning
known.
a suspect here.
Like when everybody wakes up, they immediately see the mayor's wall destroyed.
is the talk of the town.
And yet the man still didn't believe there was a pig on his roof.
Yeah.
Even after seeing
That
the
guy,
house
no,
destroyed.
he's not very happy at all.
No, that
You should be more
guy can go
grateful.
tell it to the ravens.
And we begin the shift
Hmm.
awfully.
Well, I mean, we could always show him how painful it would have been if we weren't there to destroy its roof and kill the wild boar by killing his kid instead.
And we're almost there.
Yeah, it would
Alright, so are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'll go change my clothes and wash real quick while Graham takes a day or two to finish his morning routine.
I'll go wake Rohan, because you're out in the lighthouse, right?
Nah,
No,
he's up there
precisely
after
6
all
minutes.
that.
Yeah, so you feel the butt of the trident in your ribs. Wake up.
I'm gonna grab it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you're all fatigued
Yeah.
because you didn't get a full night's sleep. So a little bit of grumpiness is to be understood.
I got a little extra sleep.
Well, he's the only one that did
Yeah,
sleep.
he's probably not because he got 3 hours while they were out on patrol.
Cooking breakfast.
Yeah, it was all change clothes,
Stepping over
splash
dead
water in the
ravens
face,
and blood pools.
strap on my
Playing my Sean. You
weapon
guys like hearing that in the
bottles,
morning?
Okay.
and
Yeah, as we're getting ready,
Once
I'm gonna go
they're
check on the
ready.
bodies of Matilda and Jeeves. Make sure that nothing disturbed them while
Yeah.
they were gone.
Okay, yeah, they're in Jeeves's room. No, they were in the pantry.
Yeah, the pantry visited everyone
Oh,
else.
it's probably suited or buried the first thing.
Yeah.
you just brought up something that you shouldn't. Trigger warning.
Yeah, I know it's been over a week for us, but for our characters, it's been like 8
I
hours.
know.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep my mind off of that.
Yeah, so nothing else, nothing else happened to their bodies.
Alright. Yeah, looking at Jeeves' body, does it look like his throat was slit by like a knife or a sword or something like that? Or
No, it's a very jagged
so.
cut.
Alright, so it most likely wasn't a goblin or
It
anything
was
like
probably
that.
the broken glass.
It
from
doesn't look
rape.
like it was done with a knife.
Okay. Yeah, suppose we should bury him.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should take care of that with the rest of the day's
Yeah, we
business.
should probably do that after we have the town meeting.
Well, we might as well
6 hours later, we're here.
put them in a blanket and
Yeah,
put them in town.
Yeah,
yeah, we'll bring the
both of them.
bodies with him.
Okay. You want to haul the bodies?
Yeah.
Alright. So as outside, you can see that there's more than a dozen dead ravens laying around.
Hey, take a look out the back. You said our little thing overlooks that, or our house overlooks the beach and the rampart where the
Yeah.
farm or
You
fishermen
can
come up.
see
Is the boat still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Just wanted to check.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's do that.
Okay. So as you make your way into town, carting these bodies, people, as you get into town, and you're heading towards village council, people come up and talk to you, and they're like, "Oh, that's terrible. They've been up there and they commiserate with you." And a lot of them ask you questions about what happened. Like, I heard there was goblins. Is that true? What is this about boars assaulting people's roofs and breaking their mayor's house down and pestering you? Like, I heard there's cats everywhere and a raven. I heard there's ravens everywhere and one cat. That sort of thing. But most of them just commiserate with you because everybody knows everybody, and they knew Jeeves, and they're all sad, and they knew the maid. But when you get to the town hall, or the council hall, the council's assembled now, so they've fixed the place up like it's supposed to be, and they have their seats, and then the mayor's got the seat behind them, but a little bit raised, and that's how you address them.
We lied to that guy. We're gonna get ousted here, Casimir.
Yeah, and then there's this angry guy standing by the mayor, and he
I'd like to see him try.
whispers something to her. So you get there, and all the people are gathered, right? So, they're crammed into the hall, and then the windows are open, so they're standing along that side so everybody can hear. And the mayor says, let's start from the beginning.
Can I not be in the room?
No, you cannot not be in the room.
I'll
My character doesn't like crowds.
start.
No, the heroes have to be in attendance. So then the mayor starts addressing the crowd and telling everybody what has happened. So it's very rare for the heroes to actually speak in a meeting of the council. So the mayor will do most of the talking.
Okay.
But you can hear the gasp from a couple hundred
Everybody that's at that
people
brigade.
when the bodies of the goblins are brought out, because it's not, no one's ever seen them before, and they've always been a story, but now they're real. And then the mayor says, but don't worry, our heroes have a plan of action, and they will sort this out and keep us safe.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.